Hello, I'm filming out and about, not too far away. It's over, pretty much close to where I live. There's Telford's bridge, which I couldn't get to. I have been there before, some years ago, and couldn't find a way to pull in to get to it. But for those of you interested, there'll be a link in the description. This is my 13k thank you to every person that has subscribed to this channel. Now, I know it's been pretty quiet since the last thank you, and I haven't really got very far in pulling Wexfords up at the moment. There's still a box up in the attic that I'm going to be going through. That will be in the new year now, because like so many people at this time of year, it's just incredibly busy. But you know, I promise that I'll do that for you. I also did email the family friend. It's quite long, it's quite complex, so I'll cut away from this scene right now, back home, where I've got some notes from the email correspondence I had that I can talk to you about now. So I'm just going to go through. I've had an email from my family friend, a couple of emails actually, which went into a whole lot of detail about the Wexfords and who they were sold to. I'm just going to mention the bullet points because it's a lot of information down there, or was absolutely fascinating read. And I wanted to mention this soon because I truly do realise that a lot of my subscribers, the majority of them, are through these Wexfords that have been uploaded, and I'm really happy that it has given you the amount of pleasure that I've been seeing in the comments that I've been reading. So thank you every single one that has commented. I do read them even if I'm really busy and aren't able to comment back all the time. So apparently, and this has been mentioned before by one of my other subscribers, that the TV archives are in some sort of limbo, and this was due to the ditching of paperwork. The rights were sold to an independent company, and these are the rights to the Ruth Rendell Mysteries. I don't have the name of the independent company, although my friend didn't even have the name of it, but it was Blue something or other. Now, this independent company still continued to make Ruth Rendell Mysteries, some Wexfords and some non-Wexfords, for the ITV. However, this company that was making them for the ITV has now been defunct. A box set was released of these Ruth Rendell Mysteries, and the Wexford ones, it was just some of the latter three that were made. And even with those latter three, there were 2 or 3 admissions, and this again was due to some rights problems. So I know, and this isn't what my friend has said, but through my own research, and I think this is right, that ITV3, the last people to show the Ruth Rendells, and this was in 2008, so quite some time ago, in fact over 10 years since they've been shown, at least on television here in the UK. Now, I did speak to my friend, and he does have all of these Wexfords on VHS. From the email, I'm kind of getting that he might be reluctant to lend them to me to be uploaded to YouTube. However, I'm due to meet him at some point, and this will be once things become a little bit safer, the tier system's in a better area. For those who don't know, the tier systems, depending on who we can see, where we can see them, because of this coronavirus. So I will speak to him. I think I can certainly get a copy for my own enjoyment. However, I will act the gentleman, say that I would like these for my channel, but I'm also aware that if he doesn't want them to go up on the channel because of any worries, that I have to do the gentlemanly thing and just agree to his wishes. But I will certainly keep you all posted. Now, I know because of these Wexfords, and I know that they give everybody pleasure, and I've mentioned a little bit of this beforehand whilst out and about, but I wanted to go into more detail, is that if you look on the internet, there are various locations, filming locations for the Wexford series. I have been near Romsey fairly recently, and this was to do with a talk that I was filming. It's not too far away, but would need to have an overnight stay if I'm filming there, and a lot of the filming was done around this particular area, sort of Southampton, Romsey, that kind of area. I do apologise if you can hear the rain in the background. It's not particularly a white Christmas here, it's a bit of a wet Christmas at the moment. But if I was to go off and do these, I just wanted to see and get people's feedback beforehand, is that for at least some of the videos that I upload, I would probably need to get some sort of funding. So that would be setting adverts on some of my uploads, and these ones that I would set having adverts on, they would not be that many. I would try and space out between every 15 minutes like they would do on television anyway. The last thing I want to do, because you sometimes see a 5-minute video and you see there's 5 ad breaks in 5 minutes, and it's such a pain, I know, for people to see these. Also as well, if I was going to do this, and this is an if at the moment, I would set the adverts and I would have them at a proper break, not halfway through a sentence maybe telling people that an ad break will be coming on, so it would be like watching television. Now I know that there are quite a lot of adverts on the Wexfords. This is probably to do with maybe the ITV knowing that they're up and getting a bit of money from it, or this independent company getting a bit of money from the uploads. The adverts that are on there, I don't set when they come on, and I don't make anything from it whatsoever. So if I did set adverts, I have to make sure that it comes from stuff that I 100% produce myself, because the last thing I want to do is to get into trouble. And talking of getting into trouble, that's one of the reasons why there's been lots of people and still saying that they would like to see programmes like DL and Pasco, A Touch of Frost, and as I said before, I do like them too. However, these are available on DVD, they're available on Blu-ray, they're also available on streaming services, and because of an accident from a previous upload, which was a train video, which I really thought that it was from a magazine and not available anymore, I did get a copyright strike for it. So I want to be very careful. I know that you can't ever say that material like the Wexford is exactly copyright free. However, I like to give people pleasure in something that you just can't get hold of at the moment through streaming services or on DVD or Blu-ray. So that's why I've been choosing the Wexfords, because I've absolutely loved the programme. I remember enjoying them when I was much younger, watching them on TV, and I just wanted to give people the pleasure that I had. So do let me know about how you feel about if certain things, so I could afford to go off and do this film, because it would be taking time out. I would need to obviously have overnight accommodation, petrol allowances, and I would also need to be able to eat whilst I'm there as well. So let me know how you feel about that. I am a very busy person, so if there was other sorts of funding, it would probably be something like PayPal rather than it being a Patreon, because I might not always have time to produce these location videos, and they would be, I'll be talking about in these locations videos where it was filmed, who was being seen in these particular areas, so you really get a sense of what happened when you see it. So it'll be a little bit like the DVD/Blu-ray extras that you get, that nobody can obviously get hold of at the moment because of the Wexfords aren't actually on any other material like that. So that's what I'm hoping to bring you. And with the PayPal, it would be just like, you can think, oh, I like what he did this time around, I can afford to pay this much. I don't want to have it set up where people are constantly paying, and I don't want anybody to feel they have to pay. It's just, if you like what you see, you can do. If you don't like what you see, you really don't have to pay anything whatsoever. The stuff will still be available for absolutely everybody. So other bits of news, because there's quite a lot in this video, what I want to get through is that hopefully on the 28th of December, a time has got to be planned out. But I have a friend, his name's Mark Kempner, he's an actor. I've got some of the DVDs down here of what he's been in. He's been in a lot more than this, and some has also been bigger parts, but these are 3 of the favourite films/TV programmes that he's been in. He's also been in EastEnders, various other soaps, and just he's a really fantastic actor. And this will be going out live, so that when you watch you can ask him questions about what he's been in. Also as well, in this description I will be putting down a kind of revised CV of all the programmes, all the films that he's been in, so you can get to know what he's been in and ask those specific questions. Lots and lots of films. So here we go. Some of my favourites are the Doctor Who. He was in Peter Capaldi's first season. He was also in the film World's End, and one of his all-time favourite roles is in The Suspicions of Mr. Witcher, all beloved DVDs of ours. So you can ask him some questions, and I think that would be a really enjoyable event between Christmas and New Year. So that will be on the 28th of December. I will let you know the time. I'm incredibly busy, so the Wexford filmings, I'll have to wait until certain projects are finished. I'm in the middle of taking a course at the moment, and also as well I have 2 other YouTube channels. A lot of you probably know, but for those of you that don't, my main job is as a clinical hypnotherapist and a master practitioner of neuro-linguistic programming. Do ask some questions if you want to know what they are. Also, links to my other YouTube channels are in the description below. So with that, I've got to make sure that I always make sure that my clients come first, and they will always come first, because I got into this work to help people. And also as well, a lot of people like to receive past life regressions with hypnosis, which again you might have seen. So the links to those YouTube channels are available for you to see. But next year I'm hoping to travel to Eyam, and in Eyam it'll be possibly 2 nights or maybe 1 night, depending on. I've never organised an overnight stay with an event before. At one point in a couple of my updates, I used to book guest speakers for the Isborne, and they were just 1-day events. So this is a whole new territory for me. But next summer, depending on what situation we find ourselves in, I'm hoping to organise a field trip to Eyam. We'll be staying in a youth hostel, Eyam Youth Hostel, and the first day will be me talking about past life regressions, conducting past life regressions live. And I have a friend, Maria Wheatley, who is a master dowser, and she's been in some wonderful television programs. One of my favourite is UFO Hunters, but she's been involved in various television programs, and they've escaped my mind which ones they are at the moment, although I do know. And the very next day we'll be taking a field trip to Arborough, Gib Hill Barrow and Nine Ladies Stone Circle, and she'll also be either the day before or in the morning giving a talk about dowsing, and we'll all be getting dowsing rods so people can feel the energies, and these events are set up for both believers and skeptics, so everybody's, to have fun, have a go and see what you think. I'm always a great believer is that you should always try things before you really make a decision. So I'm just trying to think if I've got anything else more. I've got some CDs I've been working on and really wanting to get sold. That was a whole big thing. Last year started really well for my business, then we all went into lockdown. So I'm hoping to start selling my CDs on eBay soon. Anyway, this has gone on for a lot longer. than I was expecting. Thank you for your patience listening to this from beginning to end, and whatever you're doing right now, whether you're watching this in the daytime, in the afternoon, in the evening, at night, have an outstanding time, and happy Christmas, and wishing you a successful 2021. One more thing. I did actually find Telford's bridge, so at the end of this video you'll get to see some wonderful shots, as I didn't park there, but I found a way underneath the new bridge to get to the old bridge. So I hope you like the shots of what I filmed.